Right when I said that, Evie just was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah."
This is Betty, by the way.
Oh, look at her, so cute,
Aw.
adorable.
I feel like the cat is part of her tribe, and Ailey, you're
Are we
just
live?
like a supportive.
Here's a twist of the season. We're gonna reveal the cat gets the vote tonight.
Are we live yet?
He's still working on it.
Yep, you're good.
Oh, okay. Never mind. He's not working on it. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to your first tribal council as a newly swapped tribe. Oh, we got all the cats up in this tribal tonight, I see. Okay. Well, let's see here. I am going to go to Kat. So, Kat, you want to tell us what this challenge was and how are you feeling that you are back at Tribal Council after not being here for a couple rounds?
So the challenge literally was like hangman, but that's what it felt like. Because I went into that thinking it was gonna be like Wheel of Fortune. Well, it wasn't. And then you had 26 numbers, one for every I mean, it was complicated, but so it was, I think it was luck based, but also like you had to, as far as that goes, but then you still had to solve the puzzle, and it was just unfortunate that we couldn't get there quick enough. Especially on the first one, but the second one, I don't know how they got that fast. I really don't. As far as being back at tribal, no, it's not fun. I'd rather not have to do it at all. Hey, kitty.
All righty. So next up, I'm gonna go to Dex. So you guys did swap this round, and now you are back at Tribal Council again, but you are with a new group of people compared to the last time. How is anything different about it at all, or is it all similar?
Honestly, for me, I want to say it's very different because I love to see new faces. So it's definitely different for me. A breath of fresh air. I feel like the game definitely opens up a little bit more when you're seeing new people.
All righty. And so I'm going to go to Claire now. So Dex is bringing up the game being open with there being new people. Do you feel that has been the vibe of this tribe, that things have been more open, or do you feel that it's been more based on tribal lines from those?
I mean, I definitely think we all went into it open, but I think like at the end it ended up just being tribal lines. At least to me. That's the vibe I was getting.
All righty. So going on to Haley now. So now that you are with this new group of people, what are things you are doing to survive the vote, knowing there's new factors coming into it being new people?
Um, just talking to everyone, I guess. I don't know. Um, I'm really bad at answering these questions.
All righty. Let's see here. All good. So let's see here. Hold on, my camera shifted because Dex turning his camera off. Okay, so Karen, with the twist still coming into the swap portion of the game, how much impact do you think it has with there being a new environment with this new group of people?
Which twist? The journey twist or?
Yes, the journey.
Well, I'm avoiding it just because fear of the unknown. And I hear you can get like maybe not bad things, but like inconvenient things. And I'm not trying to deal with an inconvenience. So everyone else can have fun. It's been interesting hearing trickles of what is or might be, out there. It seems all in all random as well. Like I said, not necessarily super good, but not necessarily super bad. And as far as how it's impacted this new environment, no more than I was letting it impact the old environment. I didn't want to go on it this time, and didn't really think much about who was going on it. So,
Alrighty. So now going on to Patrice. So if you were to give this round a couple keywords, what would they be and why?
This
On how you
round?
would describe it. Yes.
Well, I would say that it was definitely interesting, refreshing. After losing two tribal and then not going to tribal for two rounds, we were kind of on a roll, and it was fun to actually swap. And I think we got lucky with this new tribe. Everybody was really nice and kind and actually wanted to talk games, which is not in every tribe that you can actually talk games. Sometimes people just wait until at the last minute, 30 minutes before tribal, and then you don't know what's going on. So I feel like we are on the same page. And but yeah, it really sucked. I was really rooting for the four of us who went to the challenge, and I knew that they did their best. I was really hoping for a win still, but it didn't happen. So refreshing and yeah, but disappointing as well because of we get to be here again. And we kind of, like us, like the ex Khufu, something like that tribe, we're kind of getting fed up of going to tribal. So I feel like I don't want to go anymore. Yeah. Even when if we go post merge, I'm not gonna go. Kidding. Yeah, we're fed up of going to tribal.
All right. Kim, are you able to speak?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I have really spotty service, so I apologize.
All right, then I'll ask you a simple question then. So, do you think that this round has been very chaotic and messy and very out there, or do you think that people have been keeping their cards to themselves?
I think a little bit of both. I think people are keeping their cards to their chest, but I also think that, you know, it's upon who's coming in, people are going to try to play messy. So I think a little bit of both.
Alrighty. So going on to the usual two questions that we ask here. So if you think you are the person getting voted out tonight and getting absolutely banged, raise your hand. All right, we got most of y'all raising your hands. Okay. And then going to the lovely distortion question that yours truly came up with on the spot. So, if y'all were to compare this round to an aspect or anything involving Egyptian culture, what would it be and why?
I have history.com pulled up with 11 facts you might not know about ancient Egypt just for this. King Tut may have been killed by a hippopotamus. That's the first one that felt worth mentioning. I don't know how it applies to this round, but I wanted to have something new to say for you, Grace. So there's that.
All right. Anybody else?
I'm gonna say what I always say. My ex-teammate knows the answer, but it still applies to that situation. I'm gonna say the people who build the pyramid because we tried as a team to actually win the challenge. We ended up maybe not winning, but at least we worked together while people were actually sitting on the side and having drinks. So I'm guessing that not everyone were working back then. So
So
I would say that people who
the
built,
slaves.
uh, yeah.
Sorry. No, because he said the people who built the pyramid. I said the people who built those were slaves, but oh,
All right. Anything else anybody has to add on?
What do you think, Buster? No, we're good? Okay.
I think Buster wants to say a cat.
He's like, I am king. Yep. That's all he wants to say. I am king.
All
I'm
right.
trying, Grace. I'm always giving you really thorough answer to your question. I'm trying. Like, I hope you appreciate that.
I appreciate all of y'all. Well, if y'all don't have anything else, we are gonna go to Seb, where one of y'all are getting watch tonight. And yes, I'm gonna be flaunting this fan because it's a Beyonce fan that I will be bringing to her tour. So be ready, every tribal.
All right. Does anyone have anything last minute they'd like to play or say?
I think it's my turn. Is my camera open? Yeah, I got a advantage at the last journey I was on with Claire. So I was offered if I wanted to actually save someone, give an immunity to someone, and then I will lose a vote. So I decided not to use this advantage for this round. I had to use it this round, and I'm not using it.
So, Patrice, as I explained to you in your chat, this has to be played.
You mean I have to
So
play it
as
now?
so as per the disadvantage, I'll read it out loud. Basset, the god of protection, is gifting Patrice the ability to protect one other person at the final 14 tribal council. You could choose from any person, and Patrice would lose his vote at that tribal council, but it has to be played. It's a disadvantage for a reason. So I'm going to ask Patrice, who will you be saving tonight?
Okay. Um, I will save Kim.
All right. As for the rules of this disadvantage, Kim, I must ask you publicly, do you accept or do you decline Patrice's immunity?
I accept.
All right. With that, Kim is immune. Patrice, you do not have a vote this round. That being said, is there anything else? All right, it's time to vote. Go to your prod chat and submit your vote or bump it up. We're also live with the VIP viewers. So if you want to make a shout out to your prod chat guest or to one of them, now would be the time.
Well, I'll go. I thought someone else might. Shout out to my podcast. They don't exist. I don't have any. So you could be my podcast getting a shout out. Shout out to the VIPs and just the regular viewers lounge. Shout out to Prod. Shout out to player emojis. If you aren't spamming your Prod chat all day with your player emoji, what else are you doing? They made them for a reason. And yeah.
Okay, I'll go. I am not giving a shout out to Beste, the goddess of protection, because I hate her. And I'm giving a shout out to the production team as well, Karen, because you guys are amazing. And I'm giving a shout out to people watching. I hope you're enjoying this season. And I'm giving a shout out as well to my new tribe. And it's fun playing with you all.
I guess I'll go next. I'll give a shout out to the prod team for putting up with my arrogance because damn, I be spamming my project. I stay in it and I ramble and they don't judge. So I mean they ain't got no choice but to listen and don't judge. So yeah. Shout out to the viewers lounge and all that good stuff who you see in my video confessionals. And shout out to the players who make this game very much fun and interesting.
I'll shout out my Nana, who will be watching this later, and my friend Cooper, who's in my broad chat.
Hello, can everyone hear me? We're all good. All right. I have the votes, but first, if anyone has a hidden a mini idol and they like to play it or an advantage, now would be the time to do so. All right, votes are locked. When I read the final vote, the person will have just a couple seconds to say their goodbyes and leave the Zoom. I'll read the votes. First vote, Karen. Second vote, Dex. That's one vote, Karen. One vote, Dex. Karen. That's two votes, Karen. One vote, Dex. Dex. Two votes, Karen. Two votes, Dex. Dex. That's three votes, Dex. Two votes, Karen. One vote left. Fifth person voted out of Distortion Survivor Trials of Raw. Dex. Dex, if you have any final words, now be the time to say them.
Oh, that was something. It was fun, y'all. I had fun. Thank you, Distortion team, for having me play. No hard feelings to anyone. I hope y'all kick butt. So yeah.
Dex, it's been a blast. I'm really appreciative of all the confessionals you sent this season. I think us on Prod could all agree on that. Unfortunately, the tribe has spoken. You may leave the Zoom. And with that, congratulations on making it one round further in Distortion Survivor. This next challenge will be semi-live, but you'll get to pick your own time instead of having to compete as a tribe. So more information about that will come out in the next few minutes. That being said, have fun, be safe, and scram. Get off my Zoom.